Hey people, this is a very short video that I wanted to talk about something really important and interesting that kind of happened today. See, I was trying to get through my email and checking all my Facebook notifications and stuff, and also editing podcasts that my co-host and I recorded last night. But then something else kind of distracted me this morning that I think is worth mentioning. Um, there was this Daily Buzz story about a woman who had to fight for 4 years before she would find someone who would sterilize her. She was 26, and everyone would just tell her that she was too young and say that she was selfish and just like treat her all nasty about it. And I was just thinking, on what grounds does someone try to prohibit sterilization? On what possible grounds would somebody, if there's a person who says, I don't ever want to have kids and I want to have this surgery which will guarantee I never get pregnant. If there's a woman who wants that, who would ever deny her that? What sort of weirdo would tell her, well, no, we're not going to let you get sterilized. We're going to say you have to have 3 kids first and then you've served your purpose. There's this unspoken and unquestioned assumption that the purpose of women, that their whole mission in life is to produce babies. And I think that needs to be challenged, and I'm going to openly challenge that. See, here's the important thing is, I think this is something that people on both sides of the abortion debate, for example, can both get down with. Because a person who's pro-life because they see abortion as killing, why would they be against preventing pregnancy in the first place? Therefore, there's nothing to kill. Therefore, sterilization of everyone who does not want to raise children pretty much solves the abortion problem. It really does. It reduces the need for abortion because then these people won't get pregnant, and even though in the past I've said, well, people could just not have sex, which I still say, hey, that's ideal because sex has all kinds of other problems like sexually transmitted diseases. But for those people who want to have sex and they don't want to have kids, I see no reason for opposing sterilization. There's just no logical reason that I can think of why someone would be against that. And so, if there is anyone out there who watches this, if you're a person who believes that people should not be allowed to get sterilized, I would really like to hear your arguments about that because I don't think you have a case. I don't think there is a logical reason for that. And furthermore, while everyone knows that I am not pro-choice by any means, I'm pro-life, I'm very strongly anti-abortion, here's where I feel like the pro-choice people have an opportunity. They say, well, a woman has a right to control her body and make her reproductive choices. They say that, so shouldn't they be active at ensuring every woman who wants to be sterilized gets that? Yeah, I mean, it seems like something the pro-life and pro-choice people should both be fighting for. So I have a renewed interest in this topic, which of course I admit it's a topic that doesn't affect my life personally. I'll admit that. But it was actually, this was all inspired because someone shared a link to this story in one of the pro-life groups on Facebook. I'm in the Atheists and Agnostics Against Abortion group, and someone shared this link, and I thought, this is really interesting. I'm extremely curious who would be against sterilization, and so I support sterilization because it all fits into my philosophy that, well, there are children here who already need to be adopted. And so to the extent that people aren't reproducing, if they want kids, they may be able to adopt someone. But there's no reason that we need to procreate more. There's just no reason for it. And so it's sort of like an interesting mix of nonviolence, with antinatalism in a certain sort of way. That's kind of how I view things. And I don't expect people to agree with me on everything, but I do think that I can argue effectively that there's no grounds for opposing sterilization. So that's what I have to say about that for now. Let me know what you think of that in the comments. Okay, bye.